This computer. All right.
Hey,
We're
good
going
evening.
to
Good evening. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be looking for. I'm going to go off screen. I'm going to look for my another pair of headphones.
No problem, Mike. No problem. So we've come today
Um,
to talk about how to find your ideal leads on LinkedIn. First of all, why should we use LinkedIn for lead generation and networking? So the basic answer of that is that LinkedIn is one of the biggest platforms you can find, which has the most opportunity out there for you to connect with other business owners and other people of influence to leverage your business and your position, whether it be through the power of networking or the power of sales. So there's two avenues here we can look at. So what Jordan's going to do, Jordan's going to share a LinkedIn screen so that we can all get familiar with the setup of the screen, and we can go through a few advanced techniques of the way that you can search your ideal client. You can find people in your niche. First of all, like if you can just write in the comments, like who is your niche? Who is your ideal client? Are you looking for coaches? Are you looking for founders? Are you looking for CEOs? Like, who are we trying to find tonight? Like, if you could write in the comments, that would be really helpful so that we can do some tailored advice for you. So, who are we trying to find on LinkedIn and who are we trying to connect with? So, if you just jot that down in the comments there for me, that'd be really helpful. Okay, so Mike's looking for startups, early stage, small companies, B2B tech. Okay, awesome. Great. And John, do you have anyone in particular you're looking for?
storytellers.
Like if you could write them down in the comments of particular storytellers. Okay, awesome.
Mm.
Could you elaborate a little bit on that? So, like storytellers of what stories? So, is it stories in business? Is it stories in personal life? Is it stories in tech? For example.
I think you're on mute
No problem.
because
Okay, business storytellers. Okay, awesome. Great. Okay, awesome. Jordan, if you could load a LinkedIn screen for me,
Sure.
that would be amazing. So whilst Jordan's
I,
doing that, so we're going to load an interface of LinkedIn, and then we're going to start looking at a few features and a few ways that we can use LinkedIn to leverage the built-in items. You don't need premium for this. You don't need Navigator for this. So it breaks down the paid version, the free version versus the paid version. Excuse me, I've been suffering with a cough for a few weeks.
Okay, let's see here.
If you have any questions during the time, just give me a shout in the comments or feel free to raise your hand at any given moment. Yeah,
I
go ahead, Mike.
actually I have a question. I have a question for John. Are you looking for? Are you looking to? Are you looking for like to hire them, or are you looking to be hired by them?
I'll give John a chance to speak and then I'll help him. Okay, B. So he's looking to be hired by other businesses to help them tell stories. And that's
Mm.
what I thought John would say.
Yeah. Okay. That's yeah. Because it's sort of we should chat. We're in the same business.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, love that.
Yep.
So if you want to connect with each other on this call or anyone wants to connect, that's amazing. Like, please feel free to do so. That's what it's all about. All right, awesome. So we're looking for startup founders. Okay, cool. So in tech for Mike, right?
Mhm.
Okay, Jordan, if you can go into the search bar
Hmm.
and put quote mark startup
Hmm.
followed by founders, close the quote mark. Before founders, Jordan,
Hmm.
before you put founders, close the quote mark.
Okay, so like this, right? Um, oh, is startup 2 words or 1 word? I think it's 1 word, right?
It's
Well,
one word. Yeah.
well,
Generally,
Yeah. Yeah.
or it has
just
a
like that.
hyphen.
Yep,
Founders. Okay.
that's right. We can try
This.
that. You go for it. Enter. Okay, awesome. So if you go to people up on the top left, Jordan,
Mhm.
and if we just zoom in there, so we've got 236,000. So the benefit of putting startup in inverted commas is what that will do. That will track anyone who has startup in their most recent job or their bio. So you might say, why is this important? It's obviously important because we want to clarify that they are the ideal target right now. And then they wasn't previously doing that job 10 years back. Yeah, does that make sense, Mike?
Oh yeah, oh definitely.
And then, for example, here you've got Alec. Can you click Alec for me, Jordan? Okay, does this look like someone who's a startup, 450 connections, founder in strategies, on oncology,
Um,
startup builder?
Whenever I have to get close to the screen, I'll turn off my camera to spare you. Founder in residence, immune strategies for pediatric oncology, startup builder. He
And then
seems like a VC guy.
scroll down to their education and to their job section, Jordan, so we can really dissect. Okay, here we go. So they've been in their business 9 months. So I'd say that's relatively new. I would say that's probably quite a warm target, so pretty close to what you've given me there. I would say that's definitely worth a follow. So what I would do, I would then follow that person. I would add them to a leads list of some sort. So whether it be a Notion page you have, hey Jim, hey Jordan, welcome guys. So if you just drop a comment down in the comments of who you're trying to find, of which particular business owners you're trying to find, or who you're trying to connect with, if you can. Jordan, I know you're working out, so when you get a moment, thanks for joining in. So yeah, if you click more there, and then if you click follow, and then what I'd do, I would copy and paste the link at the top there, and then I'd put it onto my Notion template. Or you can use a GDoc, or you can use a old-fashioned pen and paper if you want to write down their names on a diary somewhere. But let's make sure we're writing them down, because what we want to do every couple of days, we want to go back to that profile, and we want to see if they've posted again, and we want to see if we can connect with them after a few more days. So the idea of following first is just to warm up. So warm up the relationship by follow. They might follow back and send you a message. If they don't, continue to nurture that process, engage with their content, leave some comments using comment strategy, which we share in our coaching, all about DM strategy and outreach and all those kind of things. So if you can go back, Jordan, click on the back so we get back to the search, please. That would be amazing. So say this is littered with some people you're connected with. If you click number 2 and 3. So what this is going to do, it's only going to serve you people who you're not connected with, who are level 2s and 3s. And another awesome thing, if you go to all features for me, Jordan, over on the right-hand side, all features, if you scroll down and choose United States for me, so I'm only targeting in the United States here. So I only want to find people who I can work with who live where I live, for example. For me, it would be the UK, but for the majority of you guys, it's United States and Canada. And show results, Jordan. Oh, amazing. So that's filtered down the leads down to 51,000. So it's a more manageable number, but it's still pretty large. You'd agree, right? So who, guys, if you can write down in the comments a big influencer in what you do. So for us, for example, it would be Jasmine Alec. Is there a big influencer in what you're doing at the moment, Mike? Is there someone who's very good at that, who has big numbers, big followings? Or John is a storyteller that you can recommend who you would like to emulate from? So Lara Acosta, John's put there. Okay, great example. So if you go to all filters for me, Jordan, and scroll down for me. And then if you go to connections of or followers of, add the creator Lara Acosta for me, Jordan, there. There she is. So there's Lara. So we'll add Lara in there, and then we'll show results again.
Laura.
Okay, so we filtered the results down to 550 much warmer, targeted individual accounts, John, which would probably be useful for you. And also, Mike, they're still within your target, so they're still startups and founders. So don't forget the quote marks, because the quote makes sure that that's what you're searching is extremely relevant and extremely now rather than previously 10 years ago. So Jim and Jordan, who just joined in the top search box there, you can see we've searched startup founders, but we put startups in quotation marks. So
The thing is, these are my competitors more than my customers.
absolutely. So you would say these ones are your competitors in the market.
Yes. Oh, for sure. I mean, I try not to. I try to find partnerships where instead of competitors where possible. But
Yeah.
yeah, there definitely are. Definitely would be competitors. Like, I think the people I need to find are probably less likely to be. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm still. I didn't realize how
No, that's
far.
okay, Mike.
Probably less likely to be findable on LinkedIn and more, networking. And
Okay, awesome. So that's fine. So they might be posting, but they might not necessarily be engaging. So what you can do, there's another way you can search. So if you give me some keywords, Mike, for example, in your industry, and Jordan, if you can write down these keywords in the search bar that Mike gives you with no quotations, so just the keywords. So if you give me a few keywords that they might use in their copy or their content or their struggles, if you can give me a few of those, that would be really helpful.
I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like some
well, that's something I'm
keywords.
validating is whether or not they realize they have the problem I solve, which is helping them, B2B. I go to B2B because I need to
Yep.
simplify their tech for the whole board of people who are going to be buying it, which is different than B2C. So
Yep.
B2B early, I see a lot of this company called Stealth Startup. I'm not sure if that's a company or just a label they put on
This is
there.
stealth.
Yeah, it says stealth. I've seen it like a bunch of times, like Stealth Startup, and that's sort of, I don't know if that's a company or if that's just like what they're calling themselves right now. Like, I haven't officially launched, so I just put TBD on my
That's all right. Do you want to
company.
type in stealth startup, Jordan? Up there in the box. Stealth startup.
There it is, company.
And then if you go to the company page, if you have Sales Navigator, you can search using the search function Stealth Startup, and you can see all the followers of that business. First of all, so you've got nearly 1 million people there following
Yeah,
this
that's why.
page. So
That's
this
why I
would be a
oh, go ahead.
brilliant
Sorry.
tech page for commenting, Mike. So this tech page would be a great place for you to litter your comments through their content, so that you can then bring some traction from people who are watching over to your LinkedIn. That would be great advice for there in regards to outbound marketing. So for you to click on that one, Jordan, for me, and we'll have a look who we can find. All right, awesome. If you go to posts,
I see. It's all it's like a job board almost.
I don't think they have anything there.
If you hit apply today,
But we can have a look. Let's have a look.
okay.
Have a look through on people, Jordan, see if we can find people underneath there as well. People who are connected. Okay. Keep scrolling down for me, Jordan. All right, slow down. Okay, so some of these people could be definitely, say, tech entrepreneur, AI, computer vision, innovator, founder. Scroll down a bit more. So the reason these are showing underneath that search bar is because it's somewhere within the LinkedIn web. They are connected with Stealth. So they either follow, they engage, or they like that page. So that's why they're showing here on this people to follow list whilst you're looking at that particular page, Mike. So that could be super helpful for you to find people who are looking at that, which could correspond with what you're looking to obviously do. Yeah, I hope that helps as well. So, Jordan, if we go back to, we'll quickly go into the search function. We'll just type in founder just for speed and efficiency. So, on the top left, search founder, and we'll go back to Lara Acosta for John. All right, so if you can quickly do that, amazing. And we'll quickly jump back in there, John, and we'll have a look at that for you.
I can hear you all the way with the door shut. He's
I don't want to. I don't want to hijack the whole meeting. If there's, maybe have,
That's okay. You fire away, Mike.
it's funny. I find the most interesting profiles and people are in the UK and Australia. I don't know why.
They're much more likely to buy. That's probably why. I find that the America, Canada, UK, etc., are very, very likely to buy, but much warmer and understand the benefit of LinkedIn, which is amazing. So I find them interesting too, Mike. Completely agree. Right here, 59,000 results for John. So we want to dig deeper into that. So we only want people in America, Jordan. Location, you in the United States, please. Okay, awesome. We're down to 8,500. So what we want to do, we want to take out anyone we're already connected with. Yep, correct, Jordan. 2 and 3. Okay, awesome. We're down to 6,400 then, John. So here is a great list to start with. If you want to save this list, you can save it as a bookmark, and then that will save your search. So you don't have to search it over and over again. Click that bookmark button, Jordan. Jordan, can you continue for 5 minutes for me, please? Jordan, you're on mute.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Cheers,
Sounds
mate. Thank you.
good. Yeah, no problem. So, the great thing about this here is that you can just bookmark it, and whenever you need to revisit that list, you can just go back to that bookmark and do that. So is there anything here, John, that you find interesting, or maybe anyone who may need some storytelling action?
Well, yeah, so trying to figure that out from this view here, I'm not exactly sure how to do that. I think you're just looking at people
So
who look like they're
so all these people follow Laura, right? And they're captivated by her storytelling. So let's basically anyone over here. Let's just see here. Like for instance, Tadzia Lee. Okay, she's in mental health and right. She's got 1,500 followers. Let's see here. Oh, she's active because she posted a week ago. Let's look at her comments. She posted 6 days ago, so she's active. She needs help, obviously, right? She doesn't have a banner set up. She needs help, right? So, evidently, we go to her founder, right? We go to her company, and well lived, and she's in retail, right? A wellness lifestyle brand supporting holistic wellness community and growth, right? So, I mean, she can use some storytelling big time, right?
Hmm.
So this is how you kind of like break it down, right? You have to go, um, and, she was a social media specialist, right? So, so she's probably well aware of the basics of storytelling, but evidently, she needs some help herself, right?
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
especially if she, so this would be a quite maybe a good prospect. She lives in Chicago, right?
Yeah, that's
And
just like 90 minutes from my house.
yeah, so if you go to her newsletter, you do research, right? And then it's like for motivation, updates, and deals. Okay, so she's more like into those that motivation, right? So if you'll probably get quotes, motivation quotes, and stuff like that,
Hmm.
and you can do it. Don't give up, sort of like that kind of thing. And
Hmm.
so yeah,
Platitudes.
yeah, platitudes, exactly, exactly. And so, like, if we just give her a follow, right? What we usually like to do is she posts, right? But if she doesn't post, we go to her comment. We like her comment.
Hmm.
If you can reply to her comment, that's good. If not, well, you don't want to. Um, but here I changed the name of this right here. So we go to a post, right? A week ago, and then we comment a valuable comment,
Hmm.
and you know, depending on, um, maybe you can say, hey, I had a similar challenge where my long-term vision was off. We're all figuring it out together. We have to support each other on LinkedIn and stuff like that,
Hmm.
right? Like a motivational. And then what you do is, well, what Mark likes to do is comment 3 times on that specific post, right? On her specific content 3 times, different occasions when she posts. It looks like she posts once a week, so that's good.
Hmm.
Um, and then you issue a connection request to her. Say, hey, I'm enjoying your content. I'm the one who commented on your post about the one about the vision. Would you like to
Hmm.
connect? And then you cultivate relationships in the DMs, right?
Hmm.
And then it's all good from there, right? Eh,
I've had I've had good luck with just like, hey, connection name, it's John the Wordsmith. Saw your posts about X, and I keep
Perfect.
it super simple because
Yeah,
they
yeah,
know what we're about typically.
exactly.
I don't feel
Yeah.
like I have to over explain it. And
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes you just issue connection. They know you so well because you're commenting on their stuff. You just go without a note, and they connect with you right away, right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so so yeah.
So, John, you look like you do personal branding, like telling individuals like their story versus
Yep.
the company. So yeah, that's interesting.
Well, so the personal branding. All right. So my story, just in 30 seconds, is that uh, I was a senior technical writer for IBM for 22 years. The company that I was working for was spun off in the summer of 2023. I was laid off along with a bunch of other people in the summer of 2023. I didn't know anything about LinkedIn. I did a favor for Lara Acosta, and she sent me a very excited DM and a connection request. I became the second member of her first cohort, and now I've attended three of her cohorts. And so I know a fair bit about personal branding just by watching her work. I wrote a 47-page personal branding quick start guide for a friend of mine that I now give away as a lead magnet, and
Hmm?
I know about that just because that's really all I've learned about in the last year or so. But I am working with as a ghostwriter with a client who's a guru in the storytelling narrative intelligence space. So I am working with a company. It's the first one, but it's a start.
I hear you. Yeah, I mean 6,000 follow. I haven't. I don't like. I don't know the secret to getting followers. I haven't really looked at it. I actually looked at it last time. I was like, why are 1,600 people even following me? Like,
Well,
They're
well,
they're curious.
yeah. The one thing is that well, followers don't mean that much
Mhm.
if you, like if you don't have a direction, right? Of course, everyone is changing directions and everyone is, but usually with the content strategy, that's when you gain the followers that you want, right? Because you weed out the people that are just following you for like, oh, for fun, right? But then once you nail it down with your content strategy, then you attract people who want to know about your message. They want to know about your values. They want to know. They love your storytelling, right? Like John makes good posts also about storytelling, about his about he's active on LinkedIn, so he's he I mean, by all means, connect with John and see if there's some sort of collaboration to be had there. And so, yeah, for sure. But this is just a uh, like a cheat sheet using the filters on narrowing down the people who might who no who will be attracted to your message, or for sure, like you come to a point where your audience, right? Because they tell you on LinkedIn, "Oh, I have this problem, I have that problem, I have this problem, I have that problem." So you speak about that in your content, right? You speak about solving problems in your content. And then once you really nail it down, you connect with you outreach with the filters, and then lo and behold, you're exposing another person to your content, which is going to move them to perhaps reach out. And that's the significance of an inbound lead, right? So,
and I'm going to be attending your event
yeah,
on Thursday.
awesome.
The Ghosts of LinkedIn. I'm trying to do those. I'm doing my first one. Uh, I'm doing a promo for, but it's going to be about making mistakes and learning from them. And I'm going to be making them because it's my first. I don't know if that's too meta, but like,
Yeah, good. Okay, so let's see. Jim, are you there, Jim?
sorry, I've just been called to dinner, but we'll return when finished.
Or Bob? Jim or Bob? Hello? Okay.
Oh,
So let's uh
Bubs.
let's just continue here. Okay. So who would like to okay. So Jim just got called to dinner. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, so this time we're gonna show you, if no one has any questions or no one has any other way, we're gonna go into event marketing. Okay. So this is going to blow your minds. We we have really figured out a way to go into the events and connect with those who really want to know about your services, right? Um, so just quickly, what kind of events would your ideal audience be attending on LinkedIn? Um, Maybe John would be personal branding, right? Or storytelling. Um,
In fact, we've
Mike,
got one
yeah,
coming up on Thursday. We've got a LinkedIn Live event on Thursday on Halloween,
awesome.
called the Ghosts of LinkedIn.
Okay, good,
We're
good,
talking about smaller creators, up and coming creators.
awesome, awesome. Very good. So here, we can search for, uh, uh, events here. And let's say if, um, we we're in the marketing space, right? Let's go marketing. Um, Marketing. Okay. So let's go to marketing. Okay. So over here. So look at this. Likely the best marketing of 2023, right? And it's Sunday, June 8th at 12 p.m. Uh, but that's like an old one. But still, we can we can know because we can see all the people who attended this event in the past, right? Um, Over here is contract marketing, high tech,
And
health tech
Jordan, what's
webinar.
the
Go ahead.
importance? So,
Sorry?
why is the importance of seeing people who are attending an event like that?
Yeah.
So, the importance of seeing people who are attending an event to do with marketing, if you run a marketing business, is that there's intent. So, what we're looking for buyers with intent or connections with intent. So, people who are going to these events to learn, to develop, to nurture other people. So we're looking for people with intent. So that's an ideal lead, right, within our industry who has intent for marketing, or someone who has intent they want to grow using storytelling, for example, John, or they're going to a SaaS startup incubator. They've got an intent there because they're starting their SaaS business. So the intent is there. So you have an opportunity to get in front of the game and get in front of them so that you can build a relationship there and see how you can support them. All right. That's the importance of looking for the right events and within your niche and then connecting with these people. So
So
I'll let you continue, Jordan.
actually, my bad, eh? It kind of threw me off because I think they made a mistake. 2023. I think they meant 2025, right? Because this is scheduled for June 8th, 2025, next year, right? So, I think they made a slight typo there, but or maybe that's anyways, whatever the case is. So. So here we have 3,290 attendees, right? So over here are all the people who are interested in that kind of marketing. And over here, we just go down and look for our, again, we can do filters. We can do second, third filters, right? So that's 1,700. We can do the states. Let's do the ones in the states only. Okay. Then show results. Okay. Right here, look. Okay. Uh, so teaching small business how to sell 90 to the 97%, right? Obviously, he's a business owner, and this guy's a founder CEO also. So if you help business owners or founder CEOs, they might be a good um actually for us, right? For actually for us, Mark, these would be good leads for us, right? So let's
Yeah,
go over
spot
here.
on. Save the page. Don't forget the
So
bookmark.
over here, so he's from New York. He's this founder CEO of Inspire. So we go to this and then we go, it's obviously a small company because it has 10 employee, well, not too small. It has 10 employees that are on LinkedIn. We don't know specifically how many could have 20 or 50, but
Mhm.
only 10 people are registered on LinkedIn that are associate members. These are specifically people who support or people who are actual employees of this company, right? So again, uh, these are the ones that are listed on LinkedIn. It could have 50, it could have 60, but the only ones listed on LinkedIn are 10, right?
Can you show me those 10, Jordan?
Sure. Let's see. People.
The reason I say to show the 10, so it's very difficult to connect with a founder or a CEO
Yep.
with a connect message or follow or a connection.
Yep.
But what you can do, you can connect with the sales manager or you can connect with the social media manager,
Mm.
which is easier to connect. And what that acts as a bridge. So that acts as a connection bridge for you to be able to connect with that CEO because you're connected with one of their employees.
Yep.
So when they go to your profile, they see you're connected with Dave, who works in their business, and they go, "Oh, he's connected with Dave. Let's see what he's talking about. Let's connect with him." Does that make sense, John? And Jim and Mike, does that make sense? Why people would connect with you if you're already connected with someone else within their business?
Mm.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's a way to get in because sometimes when you try and connect directly with a CEO or a founder, it can be quite difficult. So sometimes it's like a backdoor into the business. You go follow the ladder. So start from middle ladder and just work your way up the ladder until you connect with the CEO and whoever you need to connect with, because it could be sales manager you want to speak to be honest. Could be about improving their leads or their lead flow or their business or organizing their tech mic. That could be the sales manager's job rather than the CEO's job or operations manager, for example.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually just put a post up about how trying to navigate inside a business is basically
Mm-hmm.
impossible because there's the tree model and you never know who hates who, and
Absolutely.
there's politics, and the software procurement person wants to be the guy procuring the software, and if some nitwit comes in with his idea, well, he'll shoot it down even if it's better. It's ego. It's the reason I don't want to work in the corporate America anymore.
Absolutely. No, it's that office politics, right?
Oh
No, it
God,
makes
yeah.
sense. Makes sense. Carry on, Jordan. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Um, yeah, so what we're gonna do with this guy here, once everything is loaded here, it's not loading buttons that I need. Let's see here. Sometimes there's kinks on LinkedIn also, right? So, okay, so obviously maybe he doesn't have any content, but he posts. I mean, he comments, right? So we go show all comments, right? And
Yeah, this
then,
is vital, to be honest, because a lot of business owners and a lot of
yeah,
people you will find probably 90% don't actually post. So there's only a very, very small percentage of people on LinkedIn who post more than once a week. So, and there's only a tiny, tiny percentage who post often, like daily, like some of the creators we see out there who post every day. There's only a very small. However, people on the feed scrolling on the way, on the tube, on the train, in their car, being chauffeured in their taxi, on the aeroplane, if they've got Wi-Fi, etc. So people are commenting. So it's always worth looking, like Jordan is suggesting here. If they're not posting, don't write them off and move to the next one. Have a
Hmm.
look at this comment section. So just go back there, Jordan, and show how to get into that comment section one
okay,
more time.
okay.
Because I think this is a very important piece of the puzzle.
I was going to ask about that. I tend to comment more than I post, and I
Mm,
look at some of my comments and I think um, I should have probably made that into a post.
absolutely. You can look at
Yeah,
other people's comments and create your own posts as well. And your own comments can be your own posts completely,
Though
Mike.
yeah, that's what I mean. And then they
100%.
say lead the conversation. I actually made a post about that. I was like, why would I want to lead someone else's conversation? Um, but I'll make a comment and then I'll be like, huh, I should have probably just made that in my own post.
mhm,
But
It's definitely worth joining the
yeah,
conversation for sure. And if you see an awesome comment, Mike, make a post about it and then tag that creator who inspired you to make that
yeah,
post and then
yeah.
build a relationship that way as well. It's another
yeah,
opportunity of opening the door to another business owner or someone you want to work with for sure.
So
100%.
definitely.
I've
Yeah.
done, I've written 333 days straight on LinkedIn. And one of the
Awesome.
things that thank you. One of the things I like to do is if I, as I'm writing a post, I typically know if, or as I'm writing a comment, I typically know if that could be a post. And so a lot of
Hmm.
times what I'll do is I'll copy it right then and I'll put it in as a draft and author it up. and then I have a bunch of different things in there. So I typically tend to do most of my writing between like 10 p.m. and midnight. Uh, I work better late at night. And what I'll do
Yeah,
is I'll go in and I'll take a look at my drafts and I'll go, oh, that looks interesting. And I'll pull that out and kind of tighten it up and schedule it for the following day.
nice,
Because that
awesome.
way, because I'm never gonna remember if I try to go back. Whose post was that? I don't know. But
Exactly,
if I do it in the
exactly.
moment and leave it as a draft, then I can forget about it because then I can find it.
It's so funny
Yeah.
because you can be anywhere. You can be on the tube and you can see all of the banners, the advertisements, and you can see some wording and be like, you know what, that would make an awesome post.
Mhm.
Take a snap of it, make a content bank, put it in a content vault, which you'll pull it out of later for inspiration and really to help you obviously elevate your content and never run out of content ideas. Great idea, John. Like, thanks for sharing that. That's really helpful for everyone.
Do you save the do you use the save button? Like I've like learning uh probably saved posts and articles and things like that.
You can, yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. You can use that. I tend to personally take the URLs and copy them over to Notion. I have like a Notion page which has a document which I put all of the URLs in so I can click and access. That's how I personally do it.
Yeah,
But
because
saving,
you can save the URL for your comment. Um, you can save it at the post level or at your comment level. And a lot of times I'll save the URL with the comment and then I will also copy out my text. So
Mhm.
I've got both.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. It's always good practice to always maybe set up a separate Google Sheet for ideas. Let's say there's specific links to posts that you may be inspired of. Um, uh, let's say if we, like in your case, Mike, you do a comment and you can actually save that specific post. Where your comment was on, right? And put a link directly to that also. So yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is how we do. We do activity, right? And then what we would do to connect with this, we would celebrate his comment, right? Because that sends a notification to him on the notification says, "Oh, Mark Ramsey liked your comment," right? And then depending on um, you want to say congrats also, right? Congrats. Um, this is amazing. I mean, uh, even if you don't know Mecca, it's okay, but it shows casual, which that you just participate in what he's doing. You're mirroring him, right? And of course, the mirroring is important, right? This is awesome, right? And then um, what you want to do is you want to perhaps wait for a couple days and see if he comments again. You want to like his comment, then he'll get another notification. And then what we would do is actually do a personalized connection request, right? This is specifically for him, because he doesn't post a lot. If you get an active creator that posts every couple days, well, then it's much easier to connect with them. Just like John has said, right? Um, uh, John likes to keep his connection requests simple, right? Um, I mean, the majority, am I right or am I wrong? The majority of people that you connect with create content, right, John? On LinkedIn?
Uh,
Oh, can you, yeah. Y- So, yeah, I mean, for me, anyways, it's easier for people to connect with people who create content, right? But there may be instances where they don't, and that's more than okay. Then you just go to their comments. And if they don't comment, well, that means that they're not really active on the platform. And would you want to connect with somebody who's gonna maybe check their messages once a month when they log on LinkedIn? No, because it's gonna delay your sales process, right? And so we want to at least like in he makes a comment at least once a week, although this was a month before. So we want to have that time, maybe send him a connection request and maybe develop a relationship in the DMs. And then eventually we want to maybe perhaps get him on a call, right? Um, and and the rest is history, right? So that's how we would actually connect with somebody, uh,
Uh,
right?
I don't understand. I have two proposals. I'm not sure what these are. Like my saved items, it said proposals. One said
Mhm.
training, project details. Please describe your project. Not so much a project. I just like your style and want to get your take on a couple things and see if it could be mutually beneficial. I don't know if I wrote that or they wrote that or I
Sounds
think
like
Yeah,
they've written that, Mike. So a proposal is what you can do. So say you've got a project which you want to outsource to someone else, you can do a proposal and you can send it to someone's inbox. So for that particular proposal, I'd probably recommend perhaps a 30-minute or 15-minute get to know you call with them so that you can understand them and see how you can find synergies, because it sounds like they're trying to just search to see how you can possibly work together. So it could be a connect call, 15 minutes tops, just to see what it is they're after, if you can help them, if you can serve them, if you, and then go from there. But a proposal generally, like when I have a proposal landing in my inbox, it's usually to increase views on YouTube or to manage their Instagram or their LinkedIn or their Facebook or something along these lines for my team to be able to support them with their organic marketing. But that's what the proposal button's for. So that's it's like a job offer, but you have to reply back to them. I hope that helps, Mike.
oh
So
yeah,
for those who just joined the room, so I know we've got Ruben join, Voice join, Denny join. Just wanted to welcome you in. It's great to have you. Actually started
yeah,
just over an
Denny,
hour ago
how's it
now
going?
due to the time zones, but we're going to go for probably another 20 minutes and we
Yeah,
will forward the recording to everyone so that you can catch up on all the information that we've covered previously. Uh, Royce, how's it going? Like, introduce yourself quickly, quick 30 seconds each. If we start with Royce, if you're available to introduce yourself, that'd be amazing. And then we'll go on to Denny, and then we will go on to Ruben, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought this started at 5 my time, so that's I'm sorry I'm late, but I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad you guys will do a replay. Yes, I am a content marketer, copywriter, and a long time licensed certified marketing coach, and now a top writing voice on LinkedIn. So I was really looking forward to this.
yeah, good job. Congrats.
Hey, Denny.
Hello.
Hi, Denny, how are you?
Good. You were on my calendar at 8. That's the same with me. I don't know why. I didn't intend to come in late at all. I thought I was right on time, but
No,
apparently
don't worry. It's
Yeah,
some tech issues with the time changes in the UK and all the countries, so don't worry. It's probably my
okay.
fault. So
Before I just talk about myself very briefly, Mark, did you get a haircut?
I did. Thank you for noticing.
So thought you looked a little different there, a little close shave there, huh? So anyway, so my name is Denny, and I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in the USA. Longtime digital marketer, and I'm actually, and will be more of this will be in my feed soon, but I'm starting to make a move into AI automation for lead generation.
mm,
So I'm going to
nice,
have a
interesting.
bunch of things about that, but that's my newest pivot, and like I said, that's well, I'm getting very excited about it.
Hey, Denny.
Awesome. Thanks, Denny. And Ruben, welcome.
Thank you, Mark. Nice to meet you all. Sorry about getting late. I think it was a wrong time zone, so that's why I'm coming late. But very excited to be here and learning from you and the rest of the team. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Okay, awesome. Jordan, I'll let you carry on, mate. Thank
Sure,
you.
sure. So just for like the people here, I mean, uh just to catch up, what we're doing is we're using the filters to find your niche, specific niche, and then we're going to follow that up with a content strategy on LinkedIn, depending on what you do. And of course, a good content strategy has to do with storytelling, has to do with knowing your niche's pain points. Got to put them there. Then and there, you got to make them visualize. And then, but incorporating that with specific filter searches to connect with those and doing a certain amount of outbound will actually help you move the needle forward in your business as well, right? Um, Living the dream life, getting all inbound leads, that's the dream. But for many of us, we have to rely on outbound also, right? And it's a mixture of both, right? So, um, what we've just covered is how to look in events specifically for leads that might like your message, right? So over here is like we just a recap. We clicked on this right here. So this is an event on LinkedIn. It has 3,292 attendees. And so all of these are interested in marketing, obviously, and they need help in marketing. So we click there. Here we can filter on second and third. And so, and then we can filter out what country we want, everything. And then we can go, okay, let's see. Okay, let's go. Oh, look at this. Serena Reynolds, she lives in London. She's a branding lead generation specialist. Let's see. She's got 923 followers. Okay. I think she may need my help, right? You have to analyze profiles, and how you analyze profiles like this, right? You you gotta know whether you can help them or not by looking at their profile. There are certain hints and certain things that you can look for, which we're going to go over. First of all, she's a manager director of Conceptive, which is a branding company in England, depending on whether you want to make connections in companies or you work with coaches or you want collaborations, depending on what you want. Um, uh, our purpose here is just to make the connection, right? She seems to be very important in that company, and you can make a connection directly to her and just weed out all the decision makers or all the people that don't make decisions, right? And focus on people who are the decision makers like her, right? So over here, let's look at her comments. So she commented on a post 28 minutes ago. So she's active on LinkedIn. So yeah. So she would be a definite a lead for anybody who works in getting works with certain individuals and companies to get that company's business, right? So it's kind of like getting the decision maker commenting on their posts, being active in their feed, and then getting noticed, and then issuing the connection message, and then establishing a meaningful relationship right then and there, right? So that is like the general gist of an outbound strategy that has actually helped us get an 80% or above connection rate, right? And really, really outlining those, emphasizing that meaningful relationships, right? So, um, so any questions here for those new people? Ruben, Royce, Bob, Jordan, any questions about LinkedIn, about getting ideal leads, ideal clients, or anything at all that I may help you with?
And
Yes, Ruben, go ahead.
I need some guidance, especially getting access with some level C decision makers when I
Okay.
want to touch base with him just to present some of my portfolio.
Yeah.
What could you be the
Sure.
best approach for them?
Okay.
Thank
So,
you.
so Ruben, what do you specifically work with, or who do you specifically work with?
Okay, I work for Dynatrace. We are
Okay.
an
Dynatrace.
observability and artificial intelligence on
Awesome.
security platform to secure and monitor applications and systems of our customers. So sometimes
Awesome.
it's kind of a platform we want to sell for, especially to getting some value added to our customers, not specifically in technical, but showing to the customer business
So,
insights and
so
numbers. So
it's like cybersecurity, showing data and stuff like that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Showing data automation, for example, some automation process. So some of the key differentiators that we have, and obviously we want to show to our customers because our platform are very specialized in that area. That's why we want to access specific C-levels people, not only the tech people. Obviously, we must touch base with them, but sometimes when we want to access or write some messages to presidents of CEOs of those companies, I don't get the right response. Could be the best
Okay.
approach and your suggestions about that?
So,
Thank you so
so,
much.
so over here's about well, basically your niche is all over the place because specifically, everyone wants to learn about automation. Everyone wants to learn like all coaches probably, um, specific CEOs in like it, like is there like a person or a company that you have in mind that you want to get a hold of on LinkedIn?
Uh, mm, well, for example, I work for the financing and banking space, for example,
Mhm.
or specifically financing banks
Yeah. Okay, so
here in Latam.
let's
So
go financing.
yeah,
Finan finances. Okay. Okay.
Do you know Jim Benson? Ruben?
sorry.
Do you know a guy by the name of I believe it's Jim Benson?
Yeah, we have. I mean, a lot of people inside. I don't remember right now, but
Oh, he's
I thought I work for Latam, not for the U.S. But I think they are. He is located in the U.S. I think so.
yeah. Yeah, I remember my dad mentioning meeting him at a club somewhere. He's like a CFO or something. Are you trying to explain like sell cybersecurity to like different businesses
Yeah,
who
right, Mike.
that's what well we should talk because I've done that once. I'm off video, offline if you want. There was a place called Confer back when the cloud was becoming a thing, and they were looking to get acquired in like 7 years,
Yeah.
and they got
Okay,
acquired.
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, connect, please. So
Thank you so much, Mike. I
so
will
so
connect with you.
so
Thank you.
so Ruben, maybe a financial like maybe like what is your pinpointing like upper management maybe in financial
Yeah.
companies? Okay.
Yeah, with level C decision makers, especially.
So VPs. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
VPs. Right.
okay. So let's look at VP. So we just go VP finance, right? Okay. VP.
Yeah, and put
Right.
finance in brackets, Jordan. But
Oh,
yeah,
finance in brackets. Okay.
yep.
Okay. Yeah.
So the benefit of putting something in brackets, guys, for the new ones who've just come to the room, if you put it in speech marks, it's in their bio or it's in their most recent job. So it shows that they're active in that role
Okay.
right now, rather than 10 years ago.
Well, I'm sorry. Uh, just maybe that. Do you say speech? What was it? Speech marks and I understand brackets, but do you mean
Yeah,
quotes?
quotation marks, quotations. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Just across the pond, I noticed, trunk and boot, and
Yeah, we got some funny pronunciations for sure.
well, we do too. I'm from Boston. I have no business making fun of other people's accents.
So here, Ruben, we have 986,000 results, but we want to narrow that down, right? So, who do you sell to? Like, do you sell in Europe? Do you sell globally? Or
I saw for Latam market.
okay, so like, can you specify a country that's very successful that you are in? Like the
Yeah,
most
the
successful
Colombia,
Latin America, Colombia?
Colombia, right?
Colombia. So that is a very successful market for you, is Colombia?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. I'm remote. I work in remote for
Okay.
Latam, but I'm located in Colombia, Bogota.
Um, uh, but how are sales in Colombia versus like Brazil or Mexico or are they
Right
good?
now, yeah, right
Or
now we have a very, I mean, some difficulties in the economy as other countries, but I think within the region, Brazil obviously is the biggest
yep,
market in the area.
okay.
Argentina is growing
Argentina,
right now,
okay.
Chile as well,
Chile, okay.
and maybe another country could be maybe this in Central America could be a very good choice
Okay.
in Central America. Mexico, for example, could
Mexico,
be
okay.
another.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
go to
right.
Mexico here. Mexico, okay. So let's go over here. And then we show results right there. That's 3,500 people that work in finance, right? That
Right.
are finance VPs, right? Um, in some American companies with like Procter and Gamble, right? Like, um, uh, this is of a bank, right? So, so let's go to Karin, right? For instance, okay, let's analyze her profile. Um, maybe she's a VP at Procter and Gamble. Okay. We
Yeah.
have to see if she's active on LinkedIn. So her last post is 2 weeks ago, right? Her last post is 2 weeks ago. Um, we don't want to go connect with her right away, or else it might get lost, right? We want to get on her radar, right? I mean, this is just an example, right, Ruben?
Yeah. Right.
So what you want to do is show all comments, right? And you go to her last comment, right? And then is una super profesional querida por muchos felicidades por todos los logros, Mari, right? And then you want to reply to that comment or you want to like it, right? Or you want to write, oh, felicidades, Mari, right? And then what you want to do that maybe 2 or 3 times because what that does, Ruben, is it sends her a notification. Oh, Ruben Torres liked my comment. Oh, Ruben Torres replied to my comment. Oh, Ruben Torres
Okay.
commented on Mari's posts as well,
Okay.
right? So she sees
Mhm.
a notification. And then what you want to do is you want to more, you want to follow her first, right? Follow her because that'll send another notification that you followed her, right?
Okay.
And then you want to connect and then add a note, right? And then inside the note, you say, ¿Qué tal? Soy Ruben. Um, um, you appeared on my feed. Let's connect if that's okay, right? So I
And
used to say,
not the first time talking about my services.
no,
I
no,
mean,
no, no, no.
just
No.
okay, okay.
Just say, let's connect if that's okay. And then she'll connect. And then what you want to do is if you want to develop a relationship in the DMs, right?
Okay, cool.
And then you say, oh, by the way, what exactly do you do at Procter and Gamble? I see you're a finance VP. I want to hear more about that. And then she tells you, and then
Yes.
guess what, Ruben?
Okay,
You tell about your services and what you do.
okay. It's a
Okay.
very good engage.
Yeah.
It's a very good
So
engage.
so
Yeah.
so so this is all about social selling, right? This is how social selling um is
And I
about.
think the
Yeah.
importance there, Jordan, is the know, because we all know you need to be known, you need to be liked, and then you need to be trusted, right?
Mhm.
So the beginning part is the know process. So by getting those notifications to be known, Ruben, to have those notifications going through to her, and then she goes, Ruben, 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 Ruben. In her mind, she thinks he keeps popping up, and then you send her a connection request. Oh, he connected. Okay, let's have a chat, and then
Okay.
get on a casual chat, 10, 15 minutes, just to hear her story, hear your story, talk a little bit about she does, what you do, and see if there's any sales opportunity
Mhm.
or collaboration opportunity between
Yeah,
the companies as well.
exactly.
Because there could
Exactly.
be an opportunity where you could support Procter and Gamble, massive company by the way, in Mexico, for
Mhm.
example, with their cyber security, and
Exactly.
that might lead to you helping the UK or you helping somewhere else or another
Or,
branch, etc.
or even going a step further, you may be even helping Procter and Gamble's clients, so to speak, right? So there's always like a collaboration opportunity, right? Um, by by really reaching out and like social selling, right? In this way. So,
Awesome.
uh, did
Thank
that
you.
answer your question, Ruben?
Yeah, of course. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Jordan.
Okay, no
Very
problem.
helpful. Thank you so much.
Okay.
It
Um,
takes time, but it's
it
worth
takes
the
time.
effort.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you saw when Jordan goes back here, you can see that if you go back one more time, Jordan, there is 3,500 people for you to go through there who are very targeted to
Yeah.
who you're looking for, Ruben.
It,
And this is
it,
the importance of
it,
using the filters.
yeah. In Mexico too. In Mexico, right? So, yeah. What I would do, Ruben, is I would, since there's a lot of like American companies in um, Mexico, uh, you want to maybe reach out to them also, right? Um, so so like for instance, here's the vice president of Santander, which is huge, which is a huge bank, right? Um, in Mexico City, right? So these are like huge names, right? Like super huge people in Mexico, almost famous because he's the vice president of Santander, Mexico, right? So you could make connections with these leaders of the industry in Latam, right? By just a few simple steps, right? So, um, um, any any other thing, Mark, you want to add to that, or
No, I think that pretty much covers everything. But I just wanted to welcome the newcomers
yeah,
into the room. So we got a few
exactly.
new people who have just recently joined us. So we have Michael, who's just joined us, Mohammed, a former welcome back. And we also have, forgive me
Uh,
if I pronounce
N-
this wrong, Naheem, who's
Naheem,
joined
yeah,
us as well. So great to have you here. So we're nearly coming to the end of our session. However, recordings will be sent out to
yep,
you. So we did start the session at 11 p.m. UK time due to some time changes in the UK. but we'll be sending the sessions out on email. So it's a pleasure having you all here. Jordan, I'll let you continue.
Sure. Well, thank you so much. Again, we will stay in touch with you guys, and really, really, we want to thank you for your time, and hopefully it was very, very good. The session was very, very good. Just want some feedback on the session. Mike, did you have any feedback for the session? How did you find the session today?
It was interesting. But nice to have the comments. And I kind of wanted to hear. I was just sending a note to Jim. I was like, I kind of want to hear Jim talk. He didn't.
Okay.
With age, there was wisdom.
Jim. Hey, Jim. Are you there, Jim?
I am. I
Jim.
just
Oh, Jim, you came
What
back
did you
from
have for
dinner.
I noticed on your profile, I was like, oh, you have more experience than I have life.
well, I am old, so
I am
Yeah,
too.
no.
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that in a bad way.
So, Jim, can you quickly tell us what you do and who you help? Thanks.
Well, I have been working away at this to come to what am I, who am I, and I'm really quite convinced I've come up with the heading of leadership rejuvenation coach, because my passion has been seeing leaders become more effectual through dealing with issues in their past that create problems that they're having with people, the responses to it, their exhaustion from it, and so looking at regenerating that whole thing. So that's what I'm presently working on, and it's taken me about 6 months to realize that. It took my wife 2 weeks to realize what she wanted and was called to do. So, some people move fast, and then there's me.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm really sorry I missed so much of this. I was just exhausted. My son's dog bit me on the hand last
Oh
night.
my goodness.
Oh no.
And
Oh my goodness.
ended up sitting in the hospital emergency
goodness.
from 10 a.m. this morning until
Oh my goodness.
7. Yeah, so I really
Okay.
wanted to be in on all this, but I put on my recording and
Yeah,
hopefully
we'll definitely send those out for sure. Exactly. So let's see here. Ruben, do you have any feedback for the session today?
No, it was very helpful. Thank you, Jordan,
Okay.
with very good tips in order to, well, it's my first time to be here with you and Mark's space. So I think I will be joining more spaces in the future. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
We'll send you the recording, Ruben, as well. So you
we'll
have the
send you the
beginning part before.
recording and everything. So,
Sure. Really appreciate it.
John, always a slice of pie. Having you here. Any feedback for us, or how did you find the session today? Yeah, you're muted, my friend.
It's always spectacular. I always learn something from you guys.
Thank you so much, John. We really appreciate it.
Always.
Is this a regular thing? Because I love hearing from other people. I like hearing I'm just naturally curious about other people's perspectives.
Yeah,
I
it's
like having
it's going to be a regular thing because we're gonna do this on the regular right now. It's just that we've been so busy and it's been kind of hectic, but we want to do like more of these workshops. We want to do like more of these. Um, even I shouldn't be saying this, but I will. We want to set up like a networking kind of event also We
Oh,
have
Jordan,
that
you
in the
gave
works.
away my juice.
Oh my goodness.
You gave away my
Oh,
secret.
sorry, man.
This is like VIP information I get in here. So basically, what I'm planning to do, I'm planning to set up a weekly networking event where business owners can just come in, they can talk, they can chat, they
Get
can
to know each
connect, they
other,
can learn from each other, they
collaborate,
can
yeah.
grow.
Mhm.
So it's just going to be a weekly thing. It'll be shouted out. It'll probably be on a Thursday evening, my time. So afternoon, your time, guys. So if you're America or Canada, so but there's more information to come. So yes, Mike, there will be more networking opportunities where we'll meet face to face with other business owners for sure.
Yep. And I just wanted to, can I pitch a quick idea for
Sure.
a
For
similar type
sure,
of
yeah,
thing?
always.
I was talking to other founders, and we find that we go to these, startup events, usually people looking for jobs, and we were, I just threw a title of Founders for Real, and then we thought of having people pitch their, have a gathering, networking, and all that, but then have a few people pitch in the honey badger tank, because sharks flee larger predators, honey badgers attack lions, and they rip off their balls. So
Yeah.
get. I mean, I wouldn't use those words,
Let's talk,
but
Mike. Sounds good. I like that.
you like that? All right,
Let's
cool.
talk
Like,
for sure. Yeah.
like real, like.
So Mark, Bob has a question there. So I'm a brand identity designer. I'm still getting clarity, but since I love working with branding, design marketing agency, my experience also, I started connecting to brand strategists, personal branding coaches, more creative directors, managers, and agency owners. I haven't done any cold DMs yet, but I want to ask you if you think to be connected with more of the ICPs before I do DMs.
Great question. So, if I be completely honest, it depends on your position where you are, Bob. If you have enough sales, continue connecting with ICP. If you want to increase your business, start building your relationships. The only way you can start building your relationships is by having conversation. So, the be all and end all for me, I would say start having those conversations. Even if you don't feel ready or you don't feel you have enough ICP or your ideal clients, you at least have a couple of people in there. Start sending out a message, appreciating their content, liked your content, saw this post, connect with collaborators, connect with peers, connect with
Mm.
ideal clients, and start having conversations because that's what's going to help you grow. And I absolutely recommend you do it as soon as possible.
So
Jordan?
yeah, like I've been social selling on LinkedIn for 4.5 years. I built my business up to like multiple six figures, but like all those posts where if I had to start over again, where would I start, right? Well, if I had to start over again, this is what I would do. I would get on collaboration chats, but targeted collaboration chats, right? I would see their intentions of connecting with me first, and I would I would just start just like starting getting to know people, develop meaningful relationships with ICPs and with collaborators also. There are people who will be supporting you, and there are people who will be your clients. Sometimes your supporters could become your clients, but more often your ICP becomes your clients because your content speaks to their pain points, right? So this is
Awesome.
really a conjunction of many different factors working at the same time, right? But don't worry, don't worry. It gets better as time goes on and you get better at it. And pretty soon it'll become second nature, right, to you. Um, but since you're just starting your journey, um, our advice would specifically be get on those collaboration calls, um, get on, meet people, develop meaningful relationships as much as possible with your co-creators or with people in America, with people outside. Just try to expand your mind more, because 6 months or a couple months down the line, your ICP may change, right? 4
Yep.
months, You're like, I don't
100%.
want this ICP. I want to do more IC. I want to do this now. I want to do that now. When you're beginning, you keep on adjusting, right? We think we got to figure it out. They say choose a niche first. This may work in certain circumstances, but I say voice your uniqueness through your content on LinkedIn and see who connects with you
And how you
Right.
can serve them.
and how you
Correct.
can serve them. Yeah.
And then build your product around your audience.
Yeah.
That is what Jordan is trying to say.
Exactly.
Is the simplest way to explain it. Mo's asked a great question there. How can you break the iceberg with high officials? How should I approach them so they feel interested? So, Mo, when we share the video, I think probably about 20 minutes into the call, we've got a section where we're talking about connecting with high level employees, which is really interesting. We actually told you about the ladder technique. So, what we do, you want to connect with the VP of sales. You don't connect directly with the VP of sales. You connect with the content team or the marketing strategist
Mm.
within the company, and then you work your way up. So once you've connected with them, you then connect with maybe the sales manager. If you're connected with the sales manager, then the VP of sales is more likely going to want to talk to you because you're connected with their sales manager. So this is explained slightly more detail
Mm.
for back in the call, but we will send you the recording so you have that, Mohammed. All right, so we'll make sure you get that. I hope that kind of explains that. Jordan, anything to add?
Yeah. Well, breaking the iceberg has to do with conversation skills, right? I'd say, if you don't feel like you can break the iceberg with someone, well, work on your conversation skills, work on your people skills, work on your social skills. And how do we do that? By practice, right? Test what works, test what DMs work and what DMs don't. Be friendly. Don't be overly salesy. Don't mention what you do in the first message. Just connect with them with an open heart and see what happens, right? So a lot of this has to do with like fine tuning and really fine tuning our social skills, right? So okay, guys. Well, thank you so much. I do have another slide to show you here. It's something very, very exciting. Okay. So basically, there's my partner in crime here. Starting November 5th, we have a 4 weeks coaching all things LinkedIn. Now, we go in depth on how to do many things on LinkedIn specifically. Over here, this is the breakdown, right? LinkedIn profile optimization is one of the most important things that you'll do on LinkedIn because it doesn't have to do with bells and whistles and fancy banners and stuff like that. And it has to do with targeting your message, your unique voice to the world. And it's basically 1 billion people on LinkedIn. Content creation that attracts inbound leads, whether you're at a company, whether you're a content coach, whether you're whatever you do, you always have to have a great strategy in order to really, really captivate those inbound leads, right? Week 3 is about outbound outreach and the M strategy. Okay, so outbound outreach is what we did basically in this session, but it also has to do with connectivity, right? It also has to do with daily tasks that you need to be accomplishing every single day in order to have a great outbound outreach. And of course, TM strategy, there's certain steps. Let's say if you want to call with somebody, you connect with them, you have a conversation, you get to know their pain points, challenges, and then you direct them towards a call, right? Or if you want to book a collaboration call, it's a different process on how to connect with collaborators than a person who you want to sell to, right? So we're going to do this. Week 4 is AI to win your audience. At the Social Tiger, we're no strangers to technology. I have been a programmer for about 25 years now. I got my degree in software engineering. We've been using AI extensively in our campaigns, in our content, and it all matters about the way you prompt it, right? It all matters about the way you prompt it, and also the way you use AI so that it doesn't come off too AI, right? like, like there's a lot of content on LinkedIn that you know that it's AI, and so people are very standoffish about it. So how do you implement AI with some mind-blowing techniques in your image creation, in actually making images come to life with AI and so on and so forth. So very good. Anything to add here, Mark?
Yeah, I think there will be some extra guests coming to join us, which is super exciting. So there will be a few people coming to join us and give live talks about different things. Sales being one of them, video creation being another one of them. So
Mhm.
some real key aspects to your business, which can definitely help you. So yeah, that's for me to add, John. Thank you.
Sure. So again, this I mean, for the people here and for the people who are viewing the recording right now, um, this does have a paid cost of $10,000. No, just kidding. Just kidding. This particular 4 week, we want to make as valuable as possible. This is we do need to pay our team members for their involvement, and we got a lot of things set up. So I will put in the link down below. And it's $99 for 4 weeks of training, precisely to elevate your brand on LinkedIn and to connect with those people who want to be connected to you. You know, so many people get lost in the way that they connect with people, and they only connect and they chase. This is more like an inbound strategy that we are going to teach you in this, and how to really effectively market yourself on LinkedIn. To your surprise, just sharing a couple of results with you. We've been able to get coaches, a sales coach right now. We're working with, his name is Alec Angeloff. He's been working with us, and he just got 1.2 million views on one LinkedIn video. And also a certain LinkedIn influencer closed close to 20,000 pounds in less than 30 days, and on and on and on, right? So these are the type of results that are not common, obviously, but you can expect by the time this is over and done with, the 4 weeks, to be very apt in booking calls and maybe even land a client. Who knows, right? So, of course, we don't guarantee results because this is only marketing. I mean, we don't physically close for you, um, but you should have a lot of traction on LinkedIn by the time you're done these 4 weeks. Okay, well, thank you so much, guys. So again, we will leave that there for you. And I believe Jay, is Jay in the room, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Oh, hey,
Hey
how's it
Jay, how you
going?
doing?
Hey, Jay. So Jay, we wanted to have a session for you to come as a guest speaker. I'm letting all
Sure.
the beans out of the bag now. So Jay is a sales coach. He is very successful and he's been helping us along the way. So he's going to be one of our guest speakers at this LinkedIn workshop that we're going to have. So him alone is worth everything basically. So
Can you guys see my video? I'm not even sure if I'm seeing myself.
no, we don't see
I
your
can see you,
video,
Jay,
man.
yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm not
You've had a
sure.
fresh
I'm on
haircut
my
by the
phone.
look of it.
Okay. So Jay, do you want to do a quick introduction so people can get to know you?
Sure. So you're saying you cannot see me, you can only hear me?
I can see you, Jay.
Oh, you can see me. Okay, I can't see myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Jay. People call me the sales ninja. I went from being an introvert, banker, pastor, um, preacher, worship leader, a lot of things in the pastoral ministry, and going from an introvert to becoming an extrovert. And then I pivoted to high ticket sales closing for other coaches, just like Mark and Jordan. And then I was basically closing like six-figure months, 100 to $350,000 a month, and then scale companies into multi-millions. I feel like I'm still starting at ground zero every single day as a lifelong learner. And my seminary professor said, Jay, if you ever think that you've come to the place where you've arrived in life, in your understanding of God and even in business, then you've actually died. So I try to take that lesson in life and take a pill of humility every single day, saying that I'm always and can always learn from something. Hey, John, I was Presbyterian in my background of growing up, and then I went to becoming non-denominational for a ministry called Every Nation Ministries. So if you look up everynation.org, a church planting, campus ministries, and social responsibility. And then right now I'm part of the NAB, which is North American Baptist. So all that to say is that I love God and people, and I believe in the Bible and the power of the Holy Spirit. We can get another call later for that. But all that to say now, fast forward, having have scaled or helped scale companies, I'm here to help grow and scale companies without sounding salesy, sleazy, icky, because in the sales world, that's what a lot of sales is taught with that alpha male dominant kind of sales approach, and want to come with a way that is coming alongside with you guys to serve and to lead well. So that's a bit about me.
And
Awesome.
Jay, just a quick one. How are you finding your LinkedIn journey, if you don't
Oh
mind
my
sharing?
goodness. Oh my goodness. We don't have time for that, but I think I was working with other, agencies and other people. And although I thought at the time they were doing a good job, what happened when I worked with you guys pretty quickly was you had to undo a lot of the stuff that was kind of not working. And I didn't realize what I didn't know. I don't know what I don't know till when you guys started to undo stuff and then start to create content calendar machines and also start getting virality. Like I think in the past before you guys, I was getting like, 3, 4 likes, 1 comment, 0 comments. So it wasn't like much activity. And then you guys did a Saturday post a couple of weeks ago, and I think got like 83 comments and over 100 likes. It was like insane. And then you guys ended up booking like 21 calls in like 7 days and at least 5 podcasts within like 24 hours. So now, because of you, it's all your fault. My calendar is full and I barely have time to go to the washroom and eat lunch, literally in the last 3 or 4 weeks. I think I had 12 calls booked in one day on one day, only because I blocked out my calendar. Many of you, sorry, you guys know that I coach my kids' volleyball and soccer teams almost every single day. So I block out most of my afternoon. So they're booking literally 8 to 12 calls between when I first start the day till I have to leave to go to coach my children's school teams. So it's been phenomenal. Yeah, I can't highly recommend Jordan and Mark enough. What they do so well that I think others have not been able to break the code on is 3 pillars. Number 1 is content creation strategy. Number 2, the power of engagement. They do it better than most I've seen. And then being able to book calls. So as long as you can take those calls, it's basically an alley-oop to a slam dunk. If you're struggling with sales, then you know who to reach out to. If you're good at sales, then all you got to do is hire these guys to help you do that, because you want to collapse time to basically do everything from the content, the engagement, and the appointment booking, which is like going to save you I don't know, 40 hours a week, right? If you think I used to do 8 to 10 hours of outreach per day, dude, did 580 emails with video. It was laborious and very tedious. And I was only booking 2 to 4 calls a day when I did it myself. But that was full time. And these guys do it much better, much faster. So if you want to collapse time, accelerate results, and close more sales, then you guys need to hit up Jordan and Mark.
Yeah, I really admire the way you said there's a lot I don't know.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I say that too, and I found that I thought everyone thought that way, but a lot of people have no idea how much they don't know.
Right.
And they're
And there's people
terrified
who
to
are
admit it.
and there's other people who are the opposite, where they're like the fly by night gurus and they stamp the name coach or expert. And when you join the program, it's like, I didn't realize I wasn't getting you, but you had some recent or sorry, past success that is no longer maybe working today. And then I'm not really getting my results or even an ROI on my investment, which has been far too many cases.
Yeah, but what you know is very limited, and what you don't know is limitless. I didn't make that up. Not my quote.
No, that's really powerful. Yeah, Steve, I like that.
So if anyone wants to connect, call with Jay. Actually, John, thank you, John. Well, John put the
Thank you for my LinkedIn. And then I have
LinkedIn
a call
profile.
link.
Yeah.
I have an audit link that if you want to find the hidden gold in your business, all you got to do is hire Jordan and Mark to help tee up your appointments, and then I can help you close like crazy. Like my lowest close rate average was 31%, and my highest was 81% with a 96% cash collected rate. So if you have an average ticket of 10 grand, I was collecting $9,645 per ticket price or close, and then times 100 to $350,000 a month that I was closing when I was closing for other high ticket coaches, entrepreneurs, and SaaS founders.
Yeah, exactly. And what I love about Jay is he's about giving value first, right? He's about the human connection and yeah, and so if anyone wants to connect with Jay, please do that. If anyone wants just like to meet us on a connect call, that's okay. There is our Calendly link right there. So if anyone wants to connect with us to even explore how we can work with each other in the future, or just like connect to say hi,
Oh my
there's our
gosh.
link also. So
You
uh,
guys gotta get on a call with Jordan and Mark for the LinkedIn profile optimization calls. You guys
yeah,
offer that yet or what?
yeah, 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 for sure. If anyone wants to diagnose the LinkedIn journey, um, we get on a call, we diagnose it, and then attack it head on with some great tips, just like the tips that we shared today. And so, once again, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jay, for coming today, and
My
thank
pleasure.
you, Ruben. It was very nice to meet you, Jordan, John, Royce, Mohammed, and Nahim. Thanks again for this. We will send the recordings to you. And any other additions, Mark, that you want to?
Yeah, no, I'll probably end with like if you were looking to join, obviously the 4 week training is going to start on Tuesday, the 5th of November. It's going to be every Tuesday at 7 p.m. EST, where we're going to spend an hour together going over those 4 weeks. And if you want to collapse time, like Jay said, and you want it done for you and you don't have the time to do it yourself, then you've got a link down there where you can book a call and we can discuss that too. So I look forward to obviously speaking to you real soon. If not, we'll send you the recordings and everything, and I look forward to seeing your content show up in my feed as always.
Could I say one thing, last thing, guys?
Of course, Jay.
So for those of you guys who are still remaining, the 12 of you or whatever, thank you for coming in and staying this late. I was just on a call with someone who was doing like $100 million in their business,
Wow.
and they just did 124K cash collected last week alone, $124,000 cash collected. So one of the things he said was he's spending $30,000 to $50,000 on ad spend. Okay. With these guys being able to book like 21 calls in a week, the amount of ad spend that you have to spend is literally thousands of dollars a day. And for what you get with these guys, with our curated, qualified leads that are nurtured, that are engaged, I mean, it's a lot warmer than cold leads, because cold leads, show up rates are not as high. The trust is not there until you have like the, what do they call it? This 11-7-4 rule, which is like 7 hours of content, 11 points of contact, and 4 different platforms. That's really hard to do with paid ads. So if you're looking to collapse time, fill your calendar, and close more sales, this is just, they didn't even ask me to say this. I wasn't even planning on coming on, because I'm actually cooking dinner and meal prepping and washing dishes. Is that you can help save time from doing a lot of the organic yourself, which is very tedious, like I said before. And then the paid ads is very expensive. It's hard to get results, guys. I had one of the guys that was one of the highest ROI Facebook ads guy, and I was trying to fill a webinar, and he got, I don't know, maybe a dozen people there. But these guys already filled one of my webinars with over 170 people, right? And the Facebook ads expert got like maybe 15 to 20. So look at that, like 170 to 20, right? It's like insane what these guys can do. So if you guys want to collapse time and get better results to grow and or scale your business, the investment is totally worth it. So book a call.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate your time, everyone. Like, it's great to have you here. Until next time, I will speak to you soon, and we'll probably leave it there. Thanks, Jay, for turning up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rocking the
Bye,
house.
guys.
Golden pleasure always.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Take care, guys.
Bye, bye.
Bye-bye.